Welcome to Swaksha Spectrum. Today I will be sharing with all of you how vaccinations are created and developed, as well as the process it takes to make these vaccinations. So let's go see how they're made. So vaccines generally take a long time to be created because there's a lot of research and tests that go into them, because they have to make sure it's entirely safe before sending them to the rest of the world to use. With the coronavirus being an RNA vaccines, it was easier to produce because RNA can be easily produced in the laboratory from a DNA template using readily available materials, and also there is lots of background research already done. The first step is the generation of the antigen, which is used to induce an immune response to the vaccinations. This basically includes growing or harvesting a pathogen. For many viral vaccines, like the coronavirus vaccine, the process actually begins with a small amounts of a specific virus which can be grown in cells. This can include various cell types, for example, chicken embryos or other cell lines that reproduce repeatedly. These bacteria and pathogens can be grown in bioreactors, which are like fermenters. However, some antigens can be manufactured within small bacteria or yeast cells. These bacteria can also be examined using a microscope. The second stage includes releasing the antigen from the cells and isolating it from any material that can help it grow. However, protein and other parts of the growth medium can still be present, but they just have to be removed in the next step. The goal of this stage is to release as much virus or bacteria as possible. The third step is the purification of the antigen. For vaccines that are made using recombinant proteins, which are basically proteins that are created using DNA, this may involve chromatography, which is a method of separating materials, and ultrafiltration. However, inactivation may also occur. So this might not be the case sometimes. The next step is the addition of an adjuvant, which is basically a material which enhances immune responses to the vaccine. Vaccines can also include stabilizers to prolong shelf life or preservations to allow multi-dose vials to be used safely, much like the COVID vaccination. And the final step of creating a vaccine combines all the components that make up the final vaccination and uniformly mixes them into a single vessel. Then the vaccine is filled into a vial or syringe packages, sealed with sterile stoppers or plungers, and labeled for widespread distribution. Some vaccinations are freeze-dried and then rehydrated at the time of administration, so when people are going to be vaccinated. And later it's shipped across the whole world to many countries and distributed in their hospitals where we can get vaccinated. There are also some side effects which come with the vaccinations. However, these are completely unpredictable as they respond to a person's genetics and the way their body reacts to a specific medication. Now it's time for me to get vaccinated. This video, I'm finally double vaccinated now, and I feel very relieved that I'm somewhat safe. I'll see you next time. Till then,